Hello and welcome to Tech News from the Week, a new podcast that basically will go through and kind of round up some of the tech news and stories from the week that you may or may not have heard. Okay, my name's Phil Thompson, and this, as I say, is a brand new podcast for me. If it looks a bit jerky sometimes, it's because when I do podcast, I do them straight to tape. Keeps me on my toes. So here we go. But yeah, this is an experimental podcast. I should be supplying both video and audio on iTunes and so on. So anyway, let's go on with it with the first story from the week. And that story is about Flappy Bird. Now, Flappy Bird was an app that went viral. Yeah, fair enough to say, it went absolutely berserk. Now, the creator of Flappy Bird, whose name is escaping me right this second, let's just see if I can find it in this report. Oh dear. Yeah, Doug Nguyen, who's from Vietnam, decided early in the week that he was going to remove his app from both app stores. He sent out a tweet going, "That's it, I've had enough. Flappy Bird is no more." So now that's gone, the only way you can get Flappy Bird or play Flappy Bird is if you had it already installed. Well, there has become quite a large market in devices selling on eBay that had claimed to have Flappy Bird installed. They were going for ridiculous prices in the thousands of pounds. That's asking for buy it nows as well as actual auctions. But as you can see by this report from CNET, they have been kicked off eBay. eBay have turned around and said, no, you cannot do this. People who have been selling these devices on eBay have been getting messages from eBay like this one, going, "After reviewing your eBay account, it appears that you've not followed eBay's guidelines to list the device that can hold media or software." Basically, eBay turning around to them and saying you must wipe any device before you sell it on eBay because it's against their rules. So you're going to have to find some other way of getting hold of Flappy Bird if you really want to play it really bad. One place you can do it, though, to be honest, is flappybird.io. Where someone has ported a version of Flappy Bird into the browser. So, moving on to the next story. Ads in Firefox. Right, this is a story that's come out of a blog post from one of the executives of Firefox, where he'd mentioned about their fledgling directory tile system. Now, what is directory tile? Directory tile, some of you may be used to if you use the Opera web browser, except for in there it's called speed dial. When you first load up the browser page, you will get lots of squares on your welcome page, giving you links to websites you normally visit, that kind of stuff. What has been explained is that Firefox is planning to bring in these directory tiles, that's the term they use, to display your most used visited websites, your favorites, bookmarked, news from Firefox, and also the potential of sponsored tiles, basically advertisement. This will be advertisement that ad blockers will not be able to bypass because this is hard built into the web browser itself. And so it's a way of Firefox directly sticking their ads into a browser. No, please don't, Firefox. Not that I use Firefox, but there is a line and they're going past it. You may think different, but that's how I feel. Anyway, on to the next story. Could this be the new iPhone? Images have leaked of a device which appears to be the new iPhone. How accurate these images really are, we don't actually know. Okay, the source they came from, according to Macworld, is a quite reliable source, and he has leaked reliable images in the past. People have done analysis of the photos, and they've decided that it works out to be approximately a 4.7-inch screen with this very, very slim bezel around it. I think personally it looks very similar to the shape of the iPod Touch, with this kind of curved edging. I wonder if they've got more photos. There's some mock-ups that people have made up of what it could potentially look like from those leaked images. Okay, whether I like it or not, I don't know. Oh, that's the iPhone 5. There's another image of it. You can see there's a very thin bezel around the edge. Okay, one problem I could foresee is most people put their iPhones in a case. It's sensible. iPhones get dropped. They're expensive devices. Most cases fold around the edge. There's no edge here for the case to hold on to. So I think it looks potentially nice. As I said, we don't know for certain whether this is the real thing or not. But, you know, it has come from somewhere, and if this is a fake, it's a very well made one. Also, some of the rumours to do with the iPhone 6 is that there is potential that it may have a full sapphire display. The reason for this theory is because of rumours and stories that have come out of Apple recently about companies that they have previously purchased. One of them who makes this specialist sapphire glass. They have the specialist machinery to do it, and do it on a large volume as well. And also the fact that Apple have brought a large amount of graphite, which you need to make this sapphire glass. When we say large amount, we mean in the hundreds of tons of it, as far as I'm aware. So they're up to something. It's believed that it has been test runs made of a phone screen size. But yeah, it's basically keep watching this space. Yeah, what more can I say about that one? But I think it looks nice. So yeah, here we go. So on to the next story. See what I mean? This is a very experimental screencast, podcast, whatever you want to call it. I now have gone completely blank screen. There we go. This is completely experimental. It may work, it may not. I apologise if it doesn't. On to the next story though. A Chinese overclocker who goes by the name of goes by the name of Wytix, that's Wytiwx, has set a new record with an old laptop motherboard. He's managed to overclock an Intel single-core Celeron 900 2.2 GHz CPU up to 4 GHz. Okay, his setup was literally an old laptop motherboard, the Intel Celeron 900 2.2 GHz, 1 GB of DDR2 RAM, and he managed to get the bus speed set to 363 MHz, which then gave a clock speed of 4 GHz. He released the proof via Hubot, a benchmarking system, and yeah, if we just scroll down this page a little bit, here we go. Mobile Celeron 900 at 4 GHz. What do you want to need if you want to do this yourself? Well, as I said, motherboard, 1 GB RAM, processor. Oh yes, and also a shed load of liquid nitrogen. This system was liquid nitrogen cooled. That's how he was managed to overclock it as much as he did. He even released photos of his system. And yeah, the guy's crazy. But he set a new record. Good on you. Congratulations. You're friggin' nuts. So, yeah, if you ever worry about your computer getting hot, liquid nitrogen's the way to do it. On to my next story though. This is quite potentially worrying story. A potentially nasty piece of malware called the Mask has been discovered by Kaspersky Labs. I always pronounce that wrong. Kaspersky Labs though reckon, looking at the code, that this malware has actually been around for 7 years and never been detected. That is quite shocking. Okay. Kaspersky has also said that the said Mask, that's the malware, has hit targets in 31 countries and infected more than 380 separate organisations and businesses. This is also believed and rumoured to possibly be in governments, hackers' machines and things like that. Do you need to worry? Well, this is where it gets interesting. When Kaspersky Labs announced that they discovered this, the malware basically vanished. Okay, all trace of it operating just went away. But it's believed there's been many different versions of it made. One of the major things you need to know is you're not safe on any device. Okay, I know what some people are going to be saying right now. Oh, I'm alright, I've got a Mac. There was different versions of this malware made to affect Windows, Mac and Linux. Also, though, there was even versions made to affect iOS and Android. There is a chance that you could have been infected and may not necessarily know. So, yeah, antivirus people, use it, keep it up to date. Don't buy Norton though. I don't like Norton, personally. But there we go, each their own choice. As long as you have an antivirus, be careful what sites you go to. And keep your eyes out for any more information on this. Now they have an idea of what this malware looks like. They hopefully can track it down a lot quicker. So, there we go. Run your virus scans, people. On to the next story. Windows 8 hits 200 million licenses sold. 200 million. This is according to Mary Jo Foley on her All About Microsoft blog over at ZDNet. Yeah, that is a bucket load of Windows 8 out there, to be honest. This is the first time, though, since May 2013 that Microsoft has released any sales figures or licensed sales figures for Windows 8. Where in May 2013, sorry, there was a bit of yawn then. Sorry about that. In May 2013, Microsoft claimed they had done over 100 million licenses sold. So, yeah, what does this mean for Windows 8? Okay. Is Windows 8 really as bad as people think? Are people trying to avoid Windows 8 as much as people think? See, I am a Windows 8 user. So, you know, I like it, personally. I can kind of understand what some people's issues are, like their constant claim of no start menu and things like that. But so what? You know, what do I do when I want to load a program? I don't click on start menu, scroll through the list, go on to this bit, scroll down over there. I hit the start key, my Windows key, or the start key on the screen. I'm pointing at my monitor, which you cannot see. Hit the start key, then I start typing the name of the program I want. Boom, there we go. I like Windows 8. It's a big improvement, and it's the future. Those of you who don't like it, in a way, as horrible it sounds, kind of tough. You're going to have to learn to live with it. You may want to stay with Windows 7, but at the end of the day, who's coming to end of life first? And if you want to go to Windows 7 now, next year, I believe, or is it 2015? That Windows 9 is meant to be apparently coming out. I'm just double checking on that. No, can't find any information on that. But yeah, basically, since October 2012, they've sold 200 million. That is a bucket load. Whether Microsoft call that success, I don't know. But I think it's good. So, that's enough on that. Oh, I believe I may have frozen up temporarily. So I'm going to move on to the next story. Oh, they're going back to life. Here we go. Titanfall. Some people have been very excited about the idea of Titanfall and can't wait for it. Well, for some of you, the wait could be over in a way, as EA has opened up the beta registration system for PC gamers, pardon me, and Xbox One gamers. You could get yourself a beta key to play Titanfall now, basically. All you need to do to get your beta key is to go to titanfall.com/beta or beta, what do you want to call it. Go to that site, read through the terms and conditions, which there is some. Oh dear, this site is running a bit weird. It's almost as buggy as the game so it's going to be. But anyway, read through some terms and conditions, select which operating system you want, and sign up to a mailing list or a newsletter. People then will be randomly selected and issued beta keys so they can then download Titanfall and play it and report back any issues. If you want to do this though, do it now. Do not wait. You have until basically midnight Pacific Standard Time on Monday, February the 17th, 2014, to get your application in. Okay. You do need apparently an Origin account, which I believe is something to do with EA themselves. You need one of them, and you need to sign up to this newsletter, and obviously you need to have either a PC that would be suitable or an Xbox One. But sign up. Good luck to you. Hopefully you can get it. Right, on to the next story. Hackers have stolen over 4,000 bitcoins from Silk Road 2. Now, Silk Road, some of you may not be aware, was a very dark website where you could buy things like drugs, weapons. You could hire hitmen and things like that. Where one of the features of it was that you could pay people in bitcoins, obviously to keep very anonymous and keep your identity secret. Now, I can't remember the exact date when it happened, but the original Silk Road got shut down after Ulbricht got taken into custody by some country's police. I can't remember which country it was. So anyway, just after that, it was FBI. Sorry, there we go. It might help if I actually looked at the news story because it just told me there, FBI. FBI seized the original Silk Road and subsequent arrest of alleged mastermind Ross Ulbricht. I'll probably pronounce that wrong. I'm very sorry. Very shortly after that, though, Silk Road reappeared as Silk Road 2.0, which was fine. No one really knew. People who knew about it, knew it was there. It's been sitting there quite happy going away. But one of the moderators, who goes by the screen name of Defcon, has made a post announcing that more than $2.7 million worth of Bitcoin have been stolen from Silk Road. It's believed that the hackers used the same exploit that they used that shut down withdrawals on the online exchange Mt. Gox. So it's possibly quite a severe hack that has happened. When news broke of this theft, it sounds weird to be saying this about a theft of a virtual currency, but yeah. When news broke out about this theft, the price of Bitcoin did drop to below $400 Mt. Gox, but it is in the process of making a recovery at the moment. And also, according to DEFCON, users of Silk Road 2 are going through the logs to try and track down the hackers themselves in an attempt to get their Bitcoins back. Good luck to you. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Good luck to you. On to my final story though. Is your internet too slow? Google thinks so. So what are Google planning? They're working on a 10 gigabit internet connection. Excuse me? Can I just say that again? In fact, I'm going to bring the camera on just to make a point. 10 gigabit. Hello? Sorry for that, that was a bit too loud. Yeah, basically Google Fiber this is. So basically it is at the moment only in America and only in areas where Google Fiber is currently available in. Is planning to release a 10 gigabit internet. Why did I say Ethernet? 10 gigabit internet connection for people, for their users. The plan is to roll it out over the next year or two to their users. And yeah, when the average user in America has a connection of 9.8 megabits per second, to potentially go not even jump, but leapfrog to a 10 gigabit per second connection, well, some of them are seriously going to notice that. So, yeah, Google, please come to the UK. I really want 10 gigabit per second connection. This is just crazy. What you could use that speed for, I don't know, but I would find a use for it. So, anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. That is the end of this pilot episode. Let me know what you thought of it, if you liked it or not. If you didn't like it, sorry. But there's, yeah, not much I could do about that. I'm looking a bit confused and distracted. It's because my PC's screaming at me because of how many web windows I had open whilst doing a screen record, and it didn't like it. Sorry computer. But anyway, that's it for this episode of Tech News from the Week, or TNFTW. Please sure to like me on Facebook. Please be sure to rate and like on iTunes or your podcatcher of choice, because it helps people find this show. The plan is to potentially do this as a weekly show. Hopefully. But, as silly as it sounds, in 2 weeks' time, there won't be one because I won't be in the country. I'm going away, so yeah. But they're there. Right, that's the end of this one. Oh dear. I was about to say, if you fancy trying to sponsor this podcast / screencast, you can contact me via Twitter, which is there. Or if you give me 1 second, I'll update it and you can find out some more. If I just move that over there, and then move over here and go over here, and I'm trying to find the thing, and I literally just go in there. Give me a moment, it may look a bit weird for a second. Or you can contact me at that email address. I've moved it over to a different screen, so this is confusing now. There we go. Or you can contact me on this email address if you're interested in sponsoring this madness. As I said, this is just the pilot episode, so it would be slightly crazy. My hopes are for potentially is to possibly have guests in the future, if this machine can handle it. So yeah, if you're interested in giving some opinions and views, don't be afraid to contact me, and we'll see what I can work on. But until next time, be well, be safe, and have fun. Bye.